Thank you very much for this opportunity to address you this evening. I'm Elaine Shepherd. I'm one of the coordinators of Brent Friends of the Earth. And this is Sylvia Gattaro from the Brent Cycling Campaign. We're here because there's a climate emergency. And we're representing ACE Brent, which is a new coalition of Brent groups who want to see stronger action by Brent Council. We represent 2 of our coalition members between us, and the others are currently Brent Parks Forum, Brent Pure Energy, Brent XR and Divest Brent. As ACE Brent, Action for the Climate Emergency Brent, we have written to you all individually with our specific proposals. If you search ACE Brent, you'll find our email. So we have 5 years to make drastic cuts in our emissions. Our government is not on track, but here in Brent, we feel we could be. We're proud of our diversity here, and I'm sure most of us agree on the global and local social justice obligations to get this right. So we know that net zero by 2030 has been a council commitment since 2019, and we value this. The council has a climate emergency strategy, a green vision, planning guidelines, the greener neighbourhood pilots and other initiatives. Our concern is that on the ground, these are not adding up to an emergency response. We fully recognise the funding cuts and other pressures the council has, including the cost of living crisis. But facing this new reality with caring, ambition and urgency and working together doesn't always mean spending more. We believe that more of these qualities could galvanise and be galvanised by a revamped climate plan. At the moment, we don't see a fully coordinated plan, and not one where impact is being measured. We want to see a new emergency plan that brings together all the current strategies and initiatives, and that more clearly prioritises the actions that will get us to net zero and protect our residents. It will have smart and costed actions and be clear why different actions are prioritised. For example, school streets or insulation or bee corridors. We have the climate strategy agreed in 2019 and the 22-24 delivery plan, but the strategy is vague in parts and now out of date. The delivery plan only covers certain aspects of climate action. Annual reporting on climate action was recently revised to 2-yearly reporting. We can't see how this will help us monitor effectiveness in the short period we have to 2030. And I'm passing to Sylvia now.
Thank you, Ellen. We welcome the agreement at the June Scrutiny Committee for a more accessible accountability framework demonstrating performance. This was in response to a deputation by Brent Friends of the Earth arguing strongly for clearer measurement of emissions. We can only assume this is in progress. If effective, it would make a new climate plan more accountable. Difficult decision-making requires debate, sometimes controversy. We therefore feel the new plan should be initiated by a new and well-informed Climate Assembly, be kept alive and vibrant through regular dialogue and reporting to the public. This is currently sadly missing. Our adjacent boroughs nearly all have a climate and environment scrutiny committees, and in Camden's case, a Camden Climate Citizen Panel. We believe that to effectively move to net zero, stronger coordination and oversight is needed. We are arguing strongly for a dedicated climate and ecological emergency scrutiny committee meeting quarterly. Through ACE Brent, we have pooled our expertise and come up with 7 minimum areas which we want to see better addressed. These are quite basic, but as stated earlier, some do not feature in any details in our current 22-24 delivery plan. For example, planning, food, pension fund divestment. We want to see details on how you will enable true choice for active travel, walking, cycling and wheeling. Implement a major programme of insulation and retrofitting to reduce both home energy costs and carbon emissions. Fully divest the Brent pension fund from the top 200 publicly traded fossil fuel companies as soon as possible.
Got 15 seconds.
And before the next committee, election 26, provide robust evidence that sustainable measures are in place for all development, encourage the installation of solar panels on all public buildings in a borough, lower the consumption of meat and dairy food.
Sorry, your time is up.
And increase the canopy cover and the green spaces.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Elaine and Sylvia. Can I now ask Councillor Krupachev to provide a brief response? You've got 2 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you for coming in today. We welcome your interest in this vitally important topic, and it is crucial for all of us to come together around tackling climate change. The enormity of this task cannot be overstated. We have chosen an ambitious carbon neutrality target of 2030, and we are doing all in our gift to reach this goal. This is not something that the Council can achieve on its own. We need all of our residents and communities to support us in doing this and play a vital role. I'm grateful to the work you are doing as both a coalition and individual organisations in encouraging climate action, and I would also like to thank you for your contributions at previous meetings we have had. I'm immensely proud of those in the borough who are taking on this challenge through practical action to reduce emissions or making the borough greener, either as part of a local initiative or simply in their day-to-day lives. I'm also proud of the local leadership role that the Council has played in coordinating, convening and empowering passionate sections of our community to be able to do this, in particular through our Brent Environmental Network, Together Towards Zero small grant scheme and the development of the Faith Climate Action Plan. We're working on a delivery plan for the next 2 years. Communication and progress is also important in order to embolden residents to keep this agenda positive and for residents to feel like we're progressing. This is why we're in the process of developing a data dashboard on a host of key climate measures to demonstrate impact, which will be provided at the Resource and Public Realms Scrutiny Committee early next year. We're more than happy to meet with you and to work with you on this agenda, and my fellow Cabinet members will join me too to advise you on items from their department. Thank you again for your comments on this matter, and I will reiterate that we want to work constructively alongside all our communities in achieving our collective ambition for a low-carbon, greener future in Brent. Thank you.